The Tesla Model 2's appearance makes an impression at first glance, and it's no coincidence. Elon Musk is preparing a car that will cost less than $10,000, yet it still looks like something out of a science fiction film. The model ditches traditional door handles and adopts a touch-sensitive panel that opens the doors with a light touch of the finger. No levers or buttons, just touch and go. And if you thought this might be a problem in winter, know that the system comes with built-in heating and a special coating that prevents the buildup of ice or dirt. It's a small detail, but it shows how seriously the engineering was taken, even in a basic car. The doors are sealed with aircraft-grade rubber, something usually reserved for commercial aircraft. This choice isn't overdone. The thermal and acoustic insulation is impressive, preventing road noise from invading the cabin and ensuring comfort even at high speeds. And if you're thinking this type of sealing might make maintenance difficult, Tesla included hidden manual mechanisms for emergencies, in case the electronic system fails. In terms of finish, the car is anything but basic. The exterior paint is made with a layer of graphene, a material that is both durable and self-repairing. Small scratches disappear on their own with exposure to sunlight or hot water. And it doesn't stop there. The Model 2 will be able to change colors without needing a new paint job. I know that sounds a bit crazy or fanciful, but that's the trend. This happens thanks to electro-responsive pigments applied to the paint, which react to a slight electrical impulse. This allows you to change the body's tone in seconds, paving the way for a new level of personalization. Imagine changing the car's color using your cell phone, like changing your phone's wallpaper. And all this without a film or wrap. It's the kind of innovation that once seemed like a concept, but is now heading toward mass production, and precisely in a car considered popular. The panoramic sunroof is another surprise. It's made of multi-layer borosilicate glass, the same type used in spacecraft, with a special filter that blocks over 95% of infrared rays. This prevents cabin overheating, eliminating the need for air conditioning, which helps save battery life. The glass also features a reflective film that reduces glare, even in strong sunlight. Inside, the roof creates a feeling of spaciousness, which compensates for the car's compact size. It also withstands direct impacts of up to 1.5 kJ without cracking. For a glass roof, that's a lot. The Model 2's aerodynamics also deserve attention. Tesla used more than 1,200 digital wind tunnel simulations to shape every detail of the body. The car's underside hides air channels and movable flaps that adjust according to speed, reducing drag and increasing highway range. Small spoilers and diffusers at the rear help maintain stability, even in strong crosswinds. This type of system usually only appears on luxury sports cars, and here it's being used on a compact city car. This speaks volumes about Tesla's purpose with this project. The sensors and cameras were integrated nearly invisibly. Instead of exposing equipment everywhere, Tesla hid everything in dark areas of the side mirrors and bumpers. The ultrasonic sensors are located behind painted panels, and the radar operates through composite materials that don't block signals. This clean design not only enhances aesthetics, but also protects the systems from dust, rain, and vandalism. Ultimately, it's a way of making technology seem magical. It's there, working, but you don't even see it. Even in the details that no one notices at first glance, there are curious solutions. The hood and doors, for example, are made of high-strength aluminum, but with strategically placed creases to absorb impacts without compromising the structure. This reduces weight and increases safety at the same time. The headlights and taillights use scratch-resistant polymer lenses and adaptive lighting, adjusting their focus based on speed and the environment. In poorly lit cities, this makes a difference. When you step into the Model 2, you feel like the car already knows you. That's no exaggeration. It automatically recognizes who's approaching, whether by phone or digital key fob, and begins adjusting everything before the door even opens. The driver's seat adapts to your posture based on stored data, adjusting height, tilt, and lumbar support. It all happens in seconds. There's no need to press a button. The car simply understands and acts. For those who share a car with other people in the house, this feature eliminates the tiresome ritual of manually readjusting everything. The interior is surprisingly peaceful. Even driving on busy roads, the silence is impressive. This is thanks to layers of laminated glass for sound insulation, as well as vibration-absorbing materials in the floor and doors. Built-in microphones capture ambient noise and emit opposing sound waves through the speakers, neutralizing road noise. It's like using noise-canceling headphones, only on an automotive scale. The result is an interior so quiet that even whispered conversations are clear. A huge advantage on long journeys, where constant noise tires even the most hardy driver. But the experience goes beyond silence. The Model 2 is equipped with a hospital-grade air filtration system. That's right, the air circulating inside the car passes through filters that eliminate over 99.9% of particles, including pollutants, pollen, and even bacteria. When bioweapon defense mode is activated, the vehicle completely isolates the interior from the outside environment and generates a gentle internal pressure, similar to what happens in hospital clean rooms. It may seem like overkill, but for those who suffer from allergies or live in large urban centers, this is a game changer. Another interesting feature is sleep mode. When activated, the car transforms into a small suite on wheels. The rear seats fold down, and the front seats recline to a near horizontal position. The windows automatically darken, emitting a soft amber light that respects the natural sleep cycle. The interior temperature is kept stable at 20 Westers, and the car can even emit relaxing sounds like light rain or ocean waves, creating a perfect environment for rest. All this while recharging overnight, ideal for stops on long trips, or even for those who want to take a nap without leaving the car. Climate control, by the way, is another highlight. It's not just about efficient air conditioning. The system is integrated with artificial intelligence that learns the driver's habits. If you turn up the temperature every morning when you get in, it begins to anticipate that behavior. On cold days, the car discreetly turns on the heater before you even open the door. And if you have frequent passengers, like children or a spouse, the system also recognizes different preferences and automatically adjusts the climate zones accordingly. Interior space is always a concern in compact cars, but here Tesla overcame this limitation with ingenious solutions. The Model 2 features hidden compartments under the floor, behind the seats, and even in the trunk, which has a waterproof compartment ideal for camping or sports equipment. By lowering the rear seats, the space becomes spacious enough to transport large objects like electric bicycles. In total, the capacity is over 700 liters, a surprising number for a car so small on the outside. Ergonomics were also carefully considered. Interior controls were minimized and integrated into the dashboard's intelligent control panel, but without sacrificing user intuition. The materials used in the seats and dashboards are pleasant to the touch, and even those who have never been in a Tesla can adapt in minutes. The interior design conveys a lightness, with horizontal lines, adjustable ambient lighting, and well-distributed spaces. Everything has been optimized for comfort, both in everyday life and on long trips. The Model 2's dashboard isn't just a pretty screen, it's practically the cabin's brain. Instead of dozens of scattered buttons, the car centralizes everything in a touchscreen display that adapts to what you're doing. Reach for the air conditioning? The controls appear automatically. Switch focus to navigation? The interface rearranges the elements to show only what's necessary. This intelligence comes from invisible sensors positioned behind the glass, which detect movement and anticipate commands before you even touch the screen. This fluid experience is powered by Tesla's proprietary operating system, optimized to run as smoothly as a high-end smartphone. With a 120 Hz refresh rate and instant responsiveness, the system doesn't stutter or freeze, and every touch on the screen responds precisely. But most impressively, the interface changes with the context. If you're using autopilot, the screen prioritizes navigation information. If you stop at a charging station, it transforms into an entertainment center with access to streaming video, games, and even Microsoft Office. And then comes one of the most fun parts: voice control. You don't need to speak like a robot or memorize specific phrases. You can say something like, "It's really hot back here," or "Take me to that ramen place I went to last week." The system understands. This is possible because the software was trained with billions of real speech samples, refined to the point where it can pick up your voice even with music playing or wind blowing. Microphones scattered throughout the ceiling and internal speakers locate the source of the sound and filter out noise, as if your voice were under an invisible spotlight. And if the idea is to kill time while charging the battery, the Model 2 becomes a leisure hub on wheels. You can watch Netflix, play heavy titles like Cyberpunk 2077, or open work documents with complete fluidity. That's because the onboard system runs on chips similar to those in gaming laptops, with active cooling under the screen to maintain stable performance. Additionally, a built-in retractable table allows you to place snacks, a keyboard, or a controller without having to improvise on your lap. A small detail that completely changes the experience. But what really makes this interface amazing is the fact that it evolves on its own. Just as cell phones receive constant updates, the Model 2 is updated remotely every week. And it's not just bug fixes. These updates can improve acceleration, battery life, comfort, and even the appearance of menus. In one real-life case, a simple update increased braking efficiency by 6% for all cars in the fleet. No trip to the dealership, no cost, no time wasted. You simply wake up with a better car than the day before. And it doesn't stop there. The car learns from you. It observes patterns like recurring routes, temperature preferences, usage times, and even your driving mood, adjusting the experience based on this information. All of this is done with data anonymization, but it still raises privacy concerns, which, by the way, are taken seriously, allowing users to control how much they want to share. Still, it's curious to think that your car might know you better than some of your friends. With this continuous learning, the user community itself helps refine Tesla's software. Each new update takes into account thousands of real interactions, accelerating the car's pace of evolution. It feels like driving a prototype of the future, but one that's already available in anyone's garage. And believe me, when the Model 2 changes, it truly changes. These aren't discrete adjustments. They're leaps, like when the system started calculating the ideal position for the side mirrors based on the driver's height. You can't look at the Model 2 and think it's just a cheap city car. Just step on the accelerator, and you'll notice something different happening under the hood. The response is immediate, but not abrupt. It's smooth, continuous acceleration without jerks or noise. This is thanks to the new axial flux motor, which completely changes the car's dynamics. Unlike traditional electric motors, this model delivers full torque from a standstill, meaning vigorous launches even at low speeds. Ideal for city traffic, but also surprising on highways. This engine also has a curious characteristic. It's much smaller and lighter than conventional engines. This allows for smarter weight distribution and opens up space for new solutions in the car's layout. With less rotating mass, energy consumption drops and performance improves. All this with less mechanical wear and tear and less maintenance. The technology is still gaining traction in the industry, but Tesla decided to take a big gamble and put this system into mass production, which, if successful, could change the course of electric motorization. Another notable feature is the car's handling on curves. Thanks to the torque vectoring system, the Model 2 automatically adjusts the power distributed to each wheel, maintaining stability even in tight corners or slippery conditions. The steering wheel feels like driving something much more expensive, with a level of control typically only found in premium or sports sedans. This is partly because in-wheel motors eliminate many intermediate mechanical components, reducing response lag. The steering is another spectacle in itself. It adapts to your driving style in real time. At low speeds or maneuvering in tight spaces, it feels buttery light. At high speeds, it stiffens and feels firm. But most intriguingly, the car learns how you like to drive. It understands your corner entry patterns, the way you hold the steering wheel, and adjusts the assistance to suit your style. It's almost as if the car anticipates your movements before you even finish thinking about them. Energy regeneration also received special attention. Instead of simply braking and recharging, the Model 2 uses a system that calculates road terrain, incline, and even braking history to adjust the intensity of regeneration. On long descents, for example, it maximizes recovery without compromising safety. In tests, it was possible to recover up to 5% of the battery's charge in just a few kilometers of descent. This not only improves range, but also reduces brake wear by over 30%. And speaking of range, the silence during driving is as remarkable as the performance. Even at high speeds, interior noise is minimal. This is thanks to the combination of laminated glass, vibration-absorbing materials in the floor, and active noise cancellation. Small microphones capture ambient sound and emit opposing frequencies through the speakers, almost completely silencing road noise. The effect is similar to that of a luxury car, only in an entry-level electric vehicle. Another curious detail is the suspension, which is smarter than it seems. In sleep mode, for example, it subtly lowers to reduce vibrations, while the car is stationary and being used as a sleeping area. But while driving, it adjusts according to the terrain, smoothing out vibrations and keeping the body level. This contributes not only to comfort, but also to fuel efficiency, as it reduces peak engine loads by keeping the car stable. The way the Model 2 is being produced isn't just different. It's practically a frontal assault on traditional vehicle assembly methods. Tesla has abandoned the old linear production system and implemented a concept called unboxed, in which the car is assembled from independent modules, like giant Lego bricks, which then fit together into a single chassis. This process cuts steps, eliminates rework, and speeds everything up. The result? A Model 2 rolling off the production line every 23 seconds. That's nearly double the assembly speed of BYD, which still relies on a traditional line. This speed gain doesn't just come from the organization of the process. It also comes from the machines involved. The massive 50,000-ton gigapresses mold the Model 2 chassis into a single piece, eliminating 60 components that previously would have needed to be welded individually. This approach reduces structural failures, improves the car's alignment, and, of course, accelerates production at impressive rates. While conventional factories deal with a 2.3% part failure rate, Tesla has reduced that figure to 0.7%. At scale, this difference is monstrous, and the factory itself looks more like a futuristic operations center than a traditional assembly line. More than 3,500 artificial intelligence robots operate on the line, 200 of which are Tesla Optimus robots, specialized in welding and component handling. They have replaced 1,000 human employees in repetitive tasks, saving approximately $75 million annually in labor costs alone. These robots are equipped with vision systems that inspect more than 1 in 200 points per vehicle, ensuring nearly surgical quality control. What's most impressive, however, is how all of this communicates with each other. Tesla integrated Starlink directly into the factory, creating a real-time communication ecosystem between all equipment. This means that sensors, cameras, robots, and diagnostic systems exchange data with a latency of just 15 milliseconds, compared to the 50 milliseconds of Chinese 5G networks.